welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing something different. We are mixing things up. We are getting rid of the hauls for the moment, and we are doing a full face, like everyday 0 to 100 glam. It's been a long time coming that we needed to do this video because I've had so many requests to do like an updated like everyday glam, like what you do on a day-to-day basis. I really felt in the mood today just to sit down, have this little chit chat video with you and just do my makeup and share this with you. I'm very excited for new content, guys, because I do appreciate your comments and I always do read them. And yeah, we have been doing way too many hauls at the moment. Not that that's a bad thing, because I love a haul as much as the next person does. There's a place and a time, like we need to mix it up a little bit and not do too many hauls, I think, all in one go. So we're going to be doing more styling videos, so styling one item like a certain way, like more like 5 or 6 different ways. So you know, like a shirt, how I'd style a shirt different ways, like a graphic tee, how to style a graphic tee. We're going to be doing lookbooks, like workwear, think like holiday nighttime, you know, just spring's like summer holiday lookbooks. We're going to be doing like more makeup tutorials, like one brand testing videos. I'm also going to be doing like some fun like Primark videos, so like the £25 like challenge. I'm going to be doing an American candy haul. Honestly, there is so many good things coming the way, so please stay tuned, bear with, because I'm just trying to have a real like refresh in my content lately. But yeah, gonna stop rambling and get on with this video. So if you want to see what I sort of do to my face on an everyday basis with a few new products that I have been using lately, then please continue watching. Okay, so as you can see, I have got nothing on my face right now. Like I've got a few little breakouts just because, you know, time of the month, it happens. So yeah, ignore them. But in general, they are like, they're under control, guys. Like, they're so dried out. I obviously use the products I always rave about on my Instagram, which I know you guys are so sick of me talking about, but honestly, I use them. That's what I use to help with my spots on a weekly basis. So yeah, like I said, I'm not going to ramble on about them. Like, if you want any more details, drop me a DM on Instagram. But first things first is I'm just going to prep my lips. I've already actually put some of this on, but I'm just going to do it again because this is what I do every single time I go to do my makeup. I always prep my lips with my lip balm, which again, I don't want to sound like I'm promoing this and being all salesy, but I genuinely do use it. An amazing lip plumping balm, so moisturising, so soft, so smooth, and I love it. Okay, so the first place we're going to start is brows. I'm going to actually do my brows on camera for you today. I know a lot of YouTubers don't like to do this, but you guys will probably know this, like, but brows seem to take the longest thing in the world. Like, I can legit take 20 minutes on my brows alone. I don't know what it is, especially when I've not had them done, and I've not had them done in about 6 months. At the moment, nothing is on my brows. This is just my brows naturally. They probably could do with a fresh, like, thread and wax, but yeah, like I said, not had that done in a while. Just sort of tweeze as I go, and then I'll have like a pamper once a month where I do them myself. And the product that I've been using for brows just lately, I use 2 products, well actually 3, I'll show you them as I go. But the first step I take is the PS 3-in-1 Precision Brow Pencil and Powder. So this is what it looks like. It's in this shade, what shade is it in? Taupe. I get this from Primark. I love Primark. Honestly, this is one of them products that from Primark I repurchase every single month. Well, not every single month. I mean, I don't think I use it every month. But yeah, when I've run out, I repurchase this. It's my second one that I bought from Primark. I love it. It's very similar to the Anastasia Beverly Hills like precision brow pencil thing that they have. But obviously, like, 3/4 of the price. This shit is amazing. So I love the fact it's got like a spoolie on the end. So what I will begin to do is I'm just going to brush through just to make sure all my brow hairs are like obviously in one direction. And I'm just going to take this end, and what I just like to do is I just like to just do a few little strokes. So I don't draw them in, I just very finely, just upward motion, just put little strokes. I like my brows to look quite natural, and just so you can see the hair strokes. Back in the day, it's so funny, I had like a picture come up on my Facebook, like memories today, and I was looking, it was like this time last year, and I just used to go in just completely with the Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade, and I obviously just used to get an angled brush and just really like draw them in and like really heavily like paint them in. And I don't know, and just not, I mean, that look looks amazing on some people, especially if you've got no brows, like that looks good, but I feel like that's just too heavy for me now. Like, I like more of a natural brow and like more of a like a natural hair stroke. When I get to the front of the brow, I also just do some upward motions, just because I feel like I don't really have a lot of hairs at the front, so I just like to create some like little hair strokes to look like I've got some hairs, because as you can see, you can still see like my hairs. And that's how I like it. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade. I do still use this because I do love it, and I feel like it just sort of just neatens them up slightly and just makes them look a little bit sharper, which is what I want. But like I said, I still want that sort of brow motion and brow, not brow motion, that brow look there. I have just been in Birmingham for the weekend and I normally use the shade medium brown. It's gone. I have left it in Birmingham. Devastated. But I've got one shade that this is the shade I used to use when I had dark hair, so this is going to be probably a little bit too dark, but if I take a little bit I'm hoping this is going to work, and if I brush it in. So this is Ebony. Okay guys, so I'm just zooming you in for this just so it helps you a little bit more. So I don't know how like dark this is going to go, because like I said, this is a really dark colour. Oh my god, this is way too dark. But I like to use this as well to help with my tail, because I don't really have much hair there on my tail. So as you can see, I'm just sort of drawing in this, and I just sort of take my hand as well, just to make sure like it's all, like I've not gone outside the lines. I also go over the top with this as well. So that's what that brow looks like, completed with all the product on. I'm just finally going to go in my last step that I take for brows. I told you brows are so long, and this is something that I recently have come across. So you might remember that I used to use the Collection Clear Mascara as like a brow gel, like a brow like setting gel, just to like put all my hairs like in one direction, sort of set them and keep them in place, because sometimes they can be a little bit unruly. But recently I got sent this by BB Brow Bar, and it's their eyebrow gel. Now I just thought like all eyebrow gels were like pretty much the same. Like I honestly did. I thought that clear mascara would work like an eyebrow gel. Like I thought that was good, but no. This is what you call an eyebrow gel, ladies and gentlemen. Like, this is insane. I never, like I said, I never thought there was any difference. I thought, oh, clear eyebrow gel, like they're all the same. But no, this one actually sets like hairspray. I'm not even joking you. Like, that clear mascara obviously doesn't really do anything. It just, like, obviously it wets them and sorts of puts them in place and stuff, but it doesn't set, like it doesn't set hard on my brows. This actually like sets. So it's just a clear mascara, not my clear mascara, but like a clear brow product. So it's a clear like product. So I just use this just to like go upwards with my brows, because like I said, I want all the hairs in one direction. And honestly guys, I'm not even joking you, it full on sets. So the way obviously you put your brow hairs, it will stay like that, and they will stay all intact, all in place, and look amazing. I can't recommend this product enough, and I definitely will be repatching this when it runs out. Okay, that's the flat brow. I'm going to do this one off camera because I do not want to waste any more time and bore you. Okay guys, so now we are on to base. So first things first is I like to use a hydrating prep spray. I like a very much a dewy, glowy look. I hate anything matte or anything just like flat on my face. So feels so good. I'm gonna go in with this, the PS Pro Hydrating Prep Spray from Primark. The next thing I use is the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer in Radiance. I know they have a few different variations of these. I use the Radiance one. It's just a really gorgeous, luminous, just gorgeous base. I just can't even describe it any more than that. It just is so nice. It gives you this gorgeous like brightening to the skin, like a really radiant glow underneath your foundation. So I definitely recommend this. This is just the tester version I got. I got this from Sephora when I went to New York. I didn't want to buy a full size one like straight in, just in case it wasn't any good, but this is amazing, and I definitely will be purchasing a full sized one. So this is what it looks like as well, just so you can see. And I'm going to just pop this on the skin. You don't need nothing too much, like don't put too much on, you don't need it. So I'm just putting it just across my cheeks, well, across my whole face. I don't really put much on my nose. I'm just rubbing that into the skin. That's made my skin get like really red. Honestly, I have such like pigmented skin. Anything I put on my skin and like start rubbing, like my skin just loves to go red. See what I mean? But can you just see that glow? Like, it's already just glowy. I love that. So yeah, big thumbs up from me. The next thing I use is Cover FX Blurring Primer. This is what this one looks like. So I just use this for my nose because we have like pores on our nose, and yeah, a bit yucky, but I just feel like this blurs all my pores out on my nose, and yeah, I love this. So I just like to put this on my nose. Chair is so squeaky. I need a new chair. It's really irritating me. Every time I move on this chair, I can just hear squeaking. Okay, so we're moving on to foundation now. So I actually never really use like one straight foundation. I don't know why, but I just always find like mixing my foundations, I just get that right coverage, I get that right like dewiness. So I always mix. I love mixing. So the two foundations that I have been mixing just lately is number one, the NARS. This foundation is insane. I definitely feel like actually this is a foundation I could just use on its own, but the colour is way too dark for me. Like, I don't know what I was thinking when I picked this dark colour, because I've used NARS foundations before and I've always had the shade Barcelona, but I think I was feeling a bit extra on the day. I was like, no, I want a bit of a darker one, like I want to look dark and tan. One is in the shade Syracuse? I don't know if that's how you say it, but yeah, this is what it looks like. This foundation is insane though, guys. Like, if you're looking for like a full coverage but yet still got that dew to it, this is your guy. Mix it in with the Bourjois Healthy Mix foundation. I love this foundation. I've been using this for a good couple of years now, and yeah, I love it. I think it's so good for a day-to-day basis. Like, who wants to be spending like £40, £50 on a foundation? Because believe me, this was about in its 30s, and my Armani one that I use is nearly 40. Like, who wants to like use that every single day? Like, I mean, yeah, it's nice, but it's so costly, and the way I get through foundation, honestly, it would mean that I'm buying like a £40 foundation like every 3 weeks, believe me. Yeah, day to day, I sort of like to use like a high-end mixed in with like a lower-end foundation. That way, I'm obviously not having to buy like a £40 foundation every 3 weeks, and I'm still getting amazing results because this combo is insane. Please excuse the beauty blender. It has seen better days and I do need a new one. Oh my god, like, I'm gonna just carry on with this and talk to you why I do this, but did anyone see that hack? It was going around on Twitter, I think. It was like how to clean your beauty blender like quickly in the microwave hack. Like, did anyone try that? I tried it, and okay, it did not work for me at all. Like, that is just such a lie. I was so excited when I seen that. Like, I seen this thing like, oh my god, like, put my beauty blender in the microwave with like soapy water and it's clean my beauty blender. And all the after pictures was like brand new beauty blenders. Now, that is not true. That did not happen for me. It didn't work. So yeah, I was a bit upset about that. It clearly obviously put it in, and then obviously just gone and cleaned it after, and then put the after picture. I mean, I don't know, you guys tell me if any of you guys used it and it's actually worked. Am I doing something wrong? I love this coverage. Like, just look at that coverage. I mean, sorry, just ignore how dark it looks. It does actually blend with my tan. Look, it does. Like, once you just sort of like mix it in, blend it in, yeah, it does obviously go. And like, once I put my concealer on and stuff as well, it always obviously lightens up and brightens up the face a little bit more. The coverage is insane, and as you can see, it's still got that dewiness to it as well, which I love. I'm gonna need a little bit more of this. Underestimated. See, I told you guys that I do use a lot, like, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I can appreciate that I look a little bit on the orange side right now, but guys, we're not finished. I like to lighten it up and brighten it up with my concealer, so yeah. Don't fear. But can you just see like how full coverage this is, and like how glowy my face still is? Like, there's still so much glow and shine. There's two concealers that are like my go-tos at the moment. Like, these are the guys that like sort me out. These help cover the darkness and just really brighten that face. NARS Creamy Concealer and the Fit Me Maybelline New York. So I know there's been a lot of videos in the past where these two have been compared because they are so similar, and then you're probably thinking, so why are you using them both? I do feel like there are some differences. So I like to go with the NARS one first, and then I'll put this over it as well. So the NARS one for me is slightly more of a thicker coverage than this one. This one's a little bit more of a sheerer coverage, but all the same, it does have a good coverage and I do love it. But I love the colour of the NARS one. Like, the NARS one I use in the shade Custard. I really feel like with the NARS one, it brightens, like, it adds so much brightness to my face. So look, as you can see, that's the colour. And I feel like with the NARS one, it's not as radiant and like dewy as the Maybelline one. So that's why I like to go in with the Maybelline one as well, because I still do want my eyes to look like dewy and fresh. Whereas obviously with the NARS one, it's not as dewy. So yeah, that's why I use both. And I'm actually running out of this NARS one, so I need to pick up a new one because I do love it. Again, just taking my beauty blender, I'm just gonna tap all that in. I really need to buy some new makeup. Like, I feel like it's my birthday on Thursday, which you guys probably know, so I'm gonna get some new makeup. I never know what to get for my birthday because obviously I'm so fortunate that I get gifted so many clothes, just so many bits and stuff, so it's so hard to know what you want because I feel like I have everything that I want. There's nothing more that I possibly would want. But I feel like the only thing I do possibly want is maybe some more makeup just to try, so I can do some like makeup testings for you guys, or like a, you know, like a full face of like first impressions, because obviously I am more of like a fashion influencer than a makeup influencer, so I don't get sent as much makeup as I do say like clothing wise. So yeah, I think I might ask for some new makeup. If there's anything you want to see me test, for example like a new foundation or anything, do let me know and I will have a look into that. So yeah, that's with the concealer on. Now we're going to go in with contour. I always like to use a cream contour. I've been using 2 cream contours just lately, and surprisingly the Primark one is making an appearance, guys. I wasn't so like struck on this when I first used it, and I don't like to use it as like a cream bronzer or anything. I purely like to just use this for my nose. It's just a really nice grey sort of contoury shade. It's perfect for my nose contour. So yeah, I've been using this a lot. Where the top's gone, you might see a recurring theme with me that I lose tops for a lot of things. I really need to get out of that habit. So yeah, I'm just going to use this purely for my nose contour. So I just like to do 2 very thin lines. I like to draw them quite close together because it just makes your nose look so much thinner. I mean, I've not blended that in, but can you just see that? Like, it just, by putting them close together, it will make your nose look narrower, which I'm all about that life because I've not got the skinniest nose. And then I'm using the Bobbi Brown. This is actually a foundation stick. I really want to try some Bobbi Brown makeup. Does anyone use Bobbi Brown makeup and rate it? If you do, let me know. I know they've got a new foundation out that I'm quite intrigued to try. And I've loved this. Like, I've had this for 2 years, I must say. Like, it's probably out of date. But I love it. It's in the shade Chestnut, and I just use it as a bronzer. As you can see, it's just a like perfect bronzy shade. I mean, I know that looks super dark right now, but trust me, when it's blended in, it's like a really nice shade. When I was blonde, I wasn't doing like my forehead, like, you know, bronzy thing, because it was really getting into my hairline. But now that I've got my roots back, I can do it. I'm so happy with that. Also, guys, like, everybody's been saying to me, oh, like, have you dyed your roots red? Basically, I went back to the hairdressers because I really wanted to like sort of finish off my hair, because obviously you guys will know I went from brunette to blonde, which it's near enough impossible to do that, but my hair takes colours so well. So obviously I went brunette to blonde in more or less one sitting. I had like 2 tries of it, but it was like one sitting. And then obviously I left it for 4 weeks because it had so much bleach on. I didn't want to then re-dye my hair again because it already had like 2 lots of bleach. So we said, right, let's just leave it. So it wasn't really at the colour I wanted then. Like, it was lighter at the back and it was a bit yellowy and brassy. Like, it just wasn't the colour. So yeah, I went back, when was it, last Monday now, and I just had a full head of highlights, and I just had some roots put in. The brand that we put on the roots, I think it may be a little bit warm because it's got like a bit of a reddy undertone, but no, I do really like it. But I know what people are saying when they say, oh my god, have you had red roots? Like, I've not had red roots. Like, what? no, I've not had red roots. Like, it is brown, but I know what you guys are saying. Like, I feel like in certain lights when I'm on YouTube videos, you can sort of see like the red undertones of the brunette shade. So yeah, it might have been a little bit of a too warm shade for my roots, I think, but it's good, it's good. I still really love it. Maybe when I go back next time, we'll probably just get a little bit more of a cooler shade put on my roots. And I think next time I might get like a 2 colour highlight. So yeah, but no, I'm loving it. I feel like getting your hair the perfect shade of blonde, it's like a process. It's definitely a process. Like, it doesn't just happen in one sitting, especially when you've just gone from brunette to blonde. So yeah, it's a working process, but I'm loving the colour like so much more now. We've like had some highlights put in and the roots. Okay, so moving on to eye makeup now. I like a very sort of like natural, just warm brown look on a day-to-day basis. I don't do anything like too much. Now, I've dropped this on the floor and this gorgeous shimmery colour has all smashed. So yeah, I've got to be very careful with this. But this is the like burnt orange colour that I use, and then I don't know which one Sienna is. These two are very similar, sort of like warm browny colours, like warm reddy browny colours. But yeah, I sort of use another one of those. So I just use 2 colours mainly on my eye. The brushes that I'm using at the moment is, well, this is always my go-to. This is the MAC 224 brush. If you haven't got this, get it. If you struggle with blending, then honestly, I'm telling you now, gals, you need this brush. It is insane for Joe, just like this blending, like over the eye blending here. It will just blend everything in, look really seamless. It's so good. It does all the work for you. Spectrum have really nice brushes, and I just use this for like under the eye and just to get a more precision. So I just like to take this under the eye and again just on the other eyeball. Okay, then I'm just going to take that same burnt orange colour just on my MAC fluffy brush and just simply just blend this in, just in swirly motions like this, back and forward. And it just looks really seamless, really natural. I just love it. I just feel like warm tones on me just are the one. I love this look. Like, honestly, it's such a good day-to-day look, guys. Like, I know probably a lot of you are thinking, you do this on a day-to-day basis. Like, where do you find the time? Obviously, I wouldn't be doing this if I was working. Just quickly going to tell you what I'm doing next. I'm just going to take one of these darker brown colours and just put this in the sort of like outer corner of this part here and just blend that. Yeah, I wouldn't normally be doing this on a day-to-day basis. Like, if I worked, like had a 9 to 5, there is no way that I would spend this much time on my makeup. If you want to see sort of like a quick everyday, like what I would do for work, then I will definitely do that, because obviously, you know, I used to work obviously at Misguided, and obviously I still wanted to look glam and like I was done, but I didn't want to spend too much time. I probably did my makeup in 30 minutes in the morning, whereas this would probably take me an hour. It's not because I'm doing anything rather different, it's just I spend a little bit more time doing it. So if you want to see like a real time get ready with me, like uncut 30 minutes of me just doing my makeup and showing you how you can achieve it in 30 minutes, because I think 30 minutes is like a realistic time to spend on your makeup in the morning. You don't really want to spend anything longer than that. Well, I definitely didn't, so that's why I used to sort of give myself like 30 minutes in the morning to do my makeup, 5 minutes on my hair, and yeah, that was it. God, everybody talks so loud in my house. Do you know when you want to film, like there's always someone talking or having an argument? Does anyone other YouTubers find that? Like, it's so annoying. Okay, so I'm going in with my favourite lip combo. This does not change, and it is purely the Strip Down by MAC lip liner and the NYX matte lip cream in Stockholm. Obsessed. It's like my go-to combo. If you ever see me supporting a lip combo and wondering what it is, pretty much normally this. I do sometimes mix Stockholm with Cairo from the NYX matte lip cream collection, but yeah, I'm gonna see how I feel. I'm gonna just put this one on for starters. I obviously really overdraw my lips. You guys know this. I'm actually getting my lips done in a couple of weeks. You guys will have seen that I went to Dr. Rupert at Viva Skin Clinics, and he did my, I had a little bit of cheek filler and a little bit of Botox on my chin. I'm actually going back for tear trough filler, and I'm having my lips done by him because I've seen his work of lips and they look so good, so I'm so excited about that. Okay, so that is my lips done. Okay, so just lately I've been actually enjoying doing a little bit of a winged liner, so yeah, we're gonna roll with that today. I'm taking the Super Cat liquid black eyeliner pen from Soap and Glory. This is really good if you struggle with doing a liquid liner. Like, I feel like these pens just help steady, I don't know, steady drawing it on. Like, I've always struggled, not struggled, but I don't do it every day. I feel like these sorts of things take practice, but if you aren't that good at doing it, try with a pen, because I feel like with a pen you just get a little bit more control and steadiness. So I always go in with a pen, and then I go over like with a liquid. I'll show you what I use after, just to give it more like blackness. This is quite an old one, I need to get a new one, but I just start on the outer edge and just draw like a line, and then I draw another line, as you can sort of probably not see, and then I just sort of connect it just like that. Okay, so just to get this sharpness, I'm just taking my beauty blender and just sort of wiping away just to make the edge more sharper, and then I'm just going to do the same one the next time. I'm not going to bore you with this footage. So after I've done the liquid line with the Soap and Glory one, I like to just go in just to darken it up a little bit more, because I feel like this is a real true black liquid eyeliner. This is only £2 from Natural Collection. I've been using this for a long time, so you might have already seen it in a old video. So yeah, I need to get a new one again of this. I feel like I need to get so much new makeup. It all runs out at pretty much the same time. For waterline, I use the Primark waterline liner. It's only £1 for a pack of 2. They're amazing, they're really good quality, really black, and yeah, I can't complain. My battery's already flashing, not flashing, but it's on like 2 battery. I'm going to be mascara. This is the it's my favourite one from Primark again, the High Impact Ultra Lift and Volume. They have changed the brush, guys. Oh my god, this is a brush out of my old one. So I don't know if it's just the waterproof one that has a different brush or what, but basically they didn't have the silver one, so I seen the blue packaging one, which is just supposed to be the waterproof version. So I thought, oh okay, I'll just have to get that one because I've not got the silver one in. So I picked it up and I was using it for a couple of weeks, and I was just like, why are my lashes not going long anymore? Like, this mascara is not working for me. And then I thought in my head, the brush doesn't seem right, but I don't know, I just thought, surely they wouldn't have changed the brush, would they? Anyway, I look back at an old one that I had, because I had a couple of old ones that had like about run out. They changed the brush. They have changed the brush. Why is it when brands have something good, they have to change it? I just don't understand that. The brush is crap on the new one. So I've had to steal this brush and use it in this, because the formula is still the same. It's just the brush is different. Holler at me with mascara suggestions, because I think this is going to be an issue and we're going to have to find a new one now. Just doing the other eye. Do you know what, guys? I really love these more chatty videos. I feel like we're having a good catch up right now. And whilst we are having this little catch up, I just wanted to tell you all that I now have management. I don't feel like I've actually discussed this in the video yet or told you, but I now have my own management. Like, how insane, how mental, how crazy. I just can't even believe it. Like, little old me, I now have a management for my YouTube. So obviously it was something that I was thinking about for a while, and I'd had various like management companies contact me about it. Do I need a management? Like I do it all myself anyway, like why do I need a management? But I just think the pros of having a management is, you know, it can be sort of stressful dealing with the money sides of like collaborations and things and finances and invoices, and you know, with a management they have obviously their own connection with brands and things, and you know, they're sort of doing the work that is taking a lot of my time up. So you know, obviously I do reach out to brands, you know, like I do have a lot of brands that will come to me first and contact me, but then there's also brands that maybe I want to work with that I will reach out to, whereas my management will do all of that for me. Obviously yes, they take a cut, they'll take a fee and stuff, but I just think for me that's worth it, because it takes all that element, an email element and all that sort of stuff away from me, and someone else obviously essentially sorts it out. So yeah, I obviously had a meeting with them and they just seemed so good and really on the ball and just what I needed. So yeah, I took the plunge and decided, what have I done? And yeah, I decided to go with them. So I'm so excited for that. Like it's a really exciting time actually. Okay, now I'm going to add some lashes. So I'm not too sure which lashes these are. I'm going to check back on the website and find like what style these are, but these are unicorn lashes. So insane. I actually really love unicorn lashes and I forgot how good they are. I believe they're around about £10 per pack, but they are so good, really good quality, get so many uses out of them, and yeah, they're just insane. Okay, so we are back. That is the lashes on. I love these lashes. I feel like they're so fluttery. I'm still sort of waiting for them to dry, so I will go over like with my mascara and stuff in a little while. Right, so I'm going to go in with highlighter now. I'm going to actually wet my face again, so I'm going to just take the spritz and just do that, just because it gives some more dewiness, and I feel like the highlighter really pops when you do that. I'm taking the Becca Moonstone. I've got a little mini of this. Again, I picked this up from Sephora when I went to New York. I really like this one. I'm not too sure what actual colour it is. Like, it's like a champagne-y colour. The ones that I had been using were a little bit like white, and I want a little bit more of like a softer highlight. So I've just pressed this in simply to the skin like this, and then I sort of swirl it just to like blend it. See what I mean? Like it's just like a really subtle highlight. Like it's still a popping highlight, but it's just like not overly like white and chalky and a little bit too much. I feel like sometimes I can go a little bit too bored with the highlight. Like I will admit that. It's easily done. I feel like especially with YouTube sometimes, because you always want to like accentuate like your makeup so it comes across on camera like it's popping. I always just put a little bit down the bridge of my nose as well. I also always put it here, just a little bit here. Like this isn't blended yet, and I'll go back and blend that. Like I love this sort of like really glowy look there. I'm gonna blend this all in with a beauty blender, so don't worry guys. But yeah, I just like to put just a little bit on nowadays and just sort of like tap it in with the brush, and then I'm just going to go in with a beauty blender and, like I said, just sort of push this in more so it's not like, not too much. Okay, so sticking with that same highlight, I'm also just going to pop a little bit in the inner tear duct. And this isn't really like a shebang pop, but I really just like this one for like daytime more so. That's that. And I'm just popping a little bit underneath the brow bone. Brow bone, is that what it is? You know what I mean, just there. Okay, so finally, we're nearly at the end. I'm just going to go in with a little bit of Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. My favourite setting powder in the whole entire world. Yeah, I only use a little bit of this because, like I said, I still like the dew, but I still want to set like my under eye area. Okay, and then finally I'm just going to dust a little bit of bronzer. This is the Makeup Forever Pro Fusion bronzer. I think it's like shade 2. I think it's 2 of this. This is like number 2, the darker one. I'm not too struck on this, I'm going to be completely honest, but this is just the bronzer that I have at the moment. It was quite expensive, so I do sort of like want to use it. It is nice, but I feel like it's quite a natural bronze. I don't know, I just think it's quite overpriced for what it is. I think if you want a nice bronzer, NYX do a really nice bronzer, and it's so affordable. It's only like, it's got to be less than £10, and it's honestly so good. A lot of the makeup gals that I know use it in their kit. They like mix that with like Give Me Sun from MAC, which again is a really good bronzer. So I feel like them two are like my favourite bronzers, but this is just the one I have at the moment. I need to pick up some new bronzers. But yeah guys, that is it. That is me finito, finished. The only last step I am going to take quickly, because I've seen it below and I nearly missed it, is just going to take my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. I love this setting spray so much. I'm just gonna spritz that. Okay, so I've just gonna sorted myself out and just done my hair. I'm gonna be doing a hair tutorial very soon on how I sort of get these like loose waves, so stay tuned for that because I'm so excited to share that with you. I really hope you've enjoyed this sort of chit chat, get ready with me. This is what I sort of would do on a day-to-day basis. Now that I'm an influencer, I would not be doing this for work because nobody got time to spend like 2 hours on their face. Not that this took me 2 hours, I'd say it's about an hour roughly. But yeah, it's a little bit long for me in the mornings when I used to have work, because for me, it was either bed, makeup, bed, makeup. Bed used to win every single time. So if you do want to see more of like a day-to-day, what I would do if I was going to work, then I can by all means do that for you guys. So just let me know. But yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed seeing something a little bit different, because like you, I was getting fed up with the haul videos. Do leave me any requests that you do have in the description bar below. I'm going to include all the products that I did use on my face, just in case you wanted to know or needed the links for them. So check the description bar for that. I hope you're all okay, and yeah, I will see you all in my next video. Bye bye.